YouTube channel. My name's Anasha, aka Drippy Nails, and I'm back with another YouTube video. Okay, so today's video, I am kind of reverting back to a live that I did on my Instagram talking about certification versus licensed professionals. So just letting you guys know, this might rub some feathers, but if the shoe fits, of course wear it. But I just want to give my little warning before I go into this video, because I do know with the climate of the beauty industry, this might ruffle a couple of people's feathers, but truth hurts. It'll set you free though. Okay guys, so on my Instagram live maybe a few days ago, I posted kind of like a little rant. I was very irritated and I'll explain why. I was talking about certified professionals in the industry, especially here in Las Vegas. I am back home in Las Vegas. I'm a Las Vegas native. I grew up here, went to school here, went to college here, got my degree here, got my nail license here. This is my roots. This is my roots. So I moved to Chicago 2 years ago, right before COVID. That's a whole nother story for another video. I'm going to this girl named Minky Blinks. I still go to her to this day. I will fly back to Chicago either monthly or every 2 weeks just to get my lashes. I have her work on my eyes right now, and it's been time for a fill like last Thursday. But when I posted this Instagram video, I was talking about my experience in Las Vegas, working and trying to also find a really good, lucrative, licensed lash girl. A little story time for you guys, and then this will just kind of come full circle as to why I feel the way that I feel. I'm sorry if I hurt anybody's feelings. I am not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. I understand life is lifing and things are going on, but this is my own perspective from my own walk of life. And yeah, so of course there's going to be some biases in this because this is coming from me. But just so you guys can get an idea of where I'm coming from, I'm going to give you a little story time as to why I am the way that I am 4 years later than I was 4 years when I first started as a licensed professional. My views of the industry has definitely changed, especially with COVID happening. I've changed the way that I view things. So one of the things that I've personally been experiencing, I wanted to find a lash girl out here so I wouldn't have to fly back to Chicago. Like I said, I don't mind flying back home to Chicago to get my lashes done, but when you're working and you're booked out, you do have to schedule time to fly there and stay there and then get your lashes done, and then you fly back home. Like, I could do it all in a day, but that is just too much pressure on me personally. I'm not gonna fly to Chicago for just a day just to get my lashes done. Like, if I'm gonna stay out there, I'm gonna take care of some business that I do have out there, so I will stay a little bit longer. So just to give you an idea of what goes on with my lashes. So this past January, I wanted to go ahead and find me a lash artist to have out here back home in Vegas. And I have gone to a few girls here in Las Vegas that I actually really freaking like. Like, their work is really good. The first girl that I went to, she had been doing lashes for 10 years, but me personally, I like bottom lashes. I love bottom lashes. If I can't have my bottom lashes with my top lashes, I'm not gonna go to you. So I really liked her work. Her work is phenomenal. When I tell you guys, like, her retention is phenomenal. Like, her 10 years definitely speaks the truth. So when it came to my bottom lashes though, she had never done bottom lashes before. So basically I let her try on me, practice on me, but understand at the end of the day, it's money. And I was taking like 6 hours with her just so she could do my lashes. And like I said, she's a licensed professional. She knows her shit. But when it came to my bottom lashes, it was something that she's never done before. So I was basically a practice dummy. I personally didn't care. But at the end of the day, we just decided to go ahead and part ways because it was just taking up a lot of her time. And it just wasn't, it wasn't beneficial for her to practice bottom lashes on me because no one else was really asking for bottom lashes. Okay, so I tried some other lash girls here in Vegas. They were also licensed as well. But just the style that I go for personally, I don't like strip lashes. I hate strip lashes. I've never worn strip lashes, but they look very fake. And even with having these lash extensions, like, yes, they're fake and they look fake, but If I want a strip lash look, I can just go to the corner store and buy a strip lash. That is just not the look that I personally like to go for. I like something a little bit more wispy. Like I said, I need to feel really freaking bad, but I like a more wispy set for myself personally because I have really bright eyes. My eyes are pretty big. I don't want a lot of dark lashes under, you know, on my eyelids and things like that. I don't like that look. Just me personally, I don't like that look. I was trying multiple people. I didn't want them to change their personal style just to fit this one client. Even the first lash girl that I went to back in January, she had told me like I am a very picky client. Kind of makes sense as to why my clients are picky as well. They're just like me, which I do not mind at all, because if you're spending your money's not a problem. I want what I'm asking for. But like I said, we parted ways, tried some other people. I wasn't within their range of art style for the lashes and things like that. So I decided to go ahead and part ways, right? So after that, then I reached out to this one lash girl here in Vegas, and she's really freaking good, like based off of her work on her Instagram page. Okay, so she's really freaking good, really bomb. I really wanted to book with her, but first off, she had said she doesn't do foreign work. So I was like, dang, like I'm not giving up my Minky Blinks in Chicago. Like, are you crazy? I'm not about to, no. Like, she was like, we can take these off, but I'm like, but I trust her with my life, with my face. So either you're gonna lash on top of these lashes because I trust this woman, or I'm not gonna come with you. So I decided not to book with her. So searching and searching and searching, and I come across this one lash artist, another one that's really good. And one of the things that I personally do now when I am booking services is I like to ask lash girls for their license. I went through a very traumatic situation back in Chicago 2 years ago when I couldn't get in with my usual lash girl, and I decided to go ahead and cheat. I knew better. I shouldn't have cheated on her, but I was just too freaking thirsty to get my lashes done. It had been months for me. It had been months had passed. Like I had gotten out the hospital, excuse me. I was in the hospital for some time. I had to wait for my face to heal. I didn't have a nose job, but anyways, I had some stitches in my face regarding an incident that I had. So now that my face had healed where this scar is at, I was like, okay, bet, like my face doesn't hurt to move or anything. Like I can go ahead and get my lashes again. I was so excited. But unfortunately, with being a nail tech and working and my schedule versus her schedule, like it just was not working. So I went ahead and I looked for another lash girl. So when I was looking for a lash girl, I'm in client mode. I'm looking on Instagram, looking at people's work, and I did happen to find a girl that did work similar to my Minky Blinks back in Chicago, but not exactly. But I was like, she'll do, I'll tell her what I want, and it looks kind of like the work that I personally get now, so why not book with her? So I asked her a couple of questions about booking with her. She did take deposit, which I didn't think anything of that. I drove 2 hours to her. When I was living in Illinois, I was living in the north suburbs. I wasn't living in Chicago until the last year of me living out there. I was living on the lake, but when I first moved to Chicago, I was living in the suburbs. I was living in the north suburbs. So I drove about an hour and a half to where this lash artist was, and when she gave me the address, I was of course thinking that I was going to a public place, which was not true. I was going to someone's house. That was first red flag. That was the first red flag that I had for her when I was going to her place. One thing that I will say about working out your house, like some people are cool with that, other people aren't. Like me, for example, you could be setting me up. Like, I don't know what I'm getting myself into coming to your house. It's a safety concern for clients as well as service providers. As a service provider, you don't know this client. You don't know who this person is that's coming to your house, not have your address. So on both sides, it's a safety concern. But anyways, I had drove the hour and a half to this place, and I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and get my lashes. Like, I just wasted my gas to come over here. I paid my deposit, and it was cool vibes. It was fine, everything was cool. So after that, she does my lashes. I like them. They did feel a little different than Minky Blinks because she actually uses minks. So the other girl, she didn't use minks. So I was like, okay, I'm going to someone that's new. I've never tried lashes like that other than Minky Blinks. And then before that, when I was living here back in Vegas, I had my lashes done maybe like twice by one person. So I don't let people just play on my face. It's like, I haven't tried a lot of lash artists. And then when it came to nails, like before I became a nail tech, I was never really into nails like that. So I wasn't going to the salon to get my nails done and things like that. So the only person that's ever done my nails is me. So I never had to experience anything, you know, really crazy when it came to that. Fast forward back to the story. When I was with her, like the vibes were cool. Everything was fine. Everything was like really perfect. Like even though she was working in her house, it was separated from the rest of her house. She was in the basement of her house. And it was really cute. She designed it just for like a lash area. Like it really felt like I was in like an actual lash like establishment. I leave, I like my lashes, whatever. I'm looking at them and then I get home and I'm like, they don't really move as much. When I wet them, they didn't like clump together like I was used to, but I was like, okay, mine went to somebody else, so there can't be anything wrong with that. So anyways, I didn't think anything of it. I go ahead and go to sleep. So I go ahead and go to sleep, and then I wake up the next morning. And when I wake up the next morning, my eyelids are swollen, almost shut, okay? So I'm freaking the heck out, and I'm just like, why are my lashes like swollen as hell? So I'm looking at myself in the mirror. I'm like, oh my God, what the on? Like, is there glue? Like, is there glue on my eyelashes or something? Like, I know on my eyelashes, but are they on my lids or something like that? Like, my eyes were literally freaking hurting, guys. So when I noticed that, I was like, I need to figure something out. So I went ahead and messaged her, and I was just like, hey, my eyes are swollen. Like, I might have to go to the hospital, because your eyes should not be swollen after you get your lashes done. Like them being red, of course, that happens sometimes because of the fumes from the glue and all types of stuff like that. I'm not a lash artist. I'm just a nail tech. So I'm not educated and I'm not licensed. I'm certified in doing lashes. Okay, you can call me a certified lash girl because anybody else can. Anyways, so back to the story. So I text her and I'm just like, hey, like my eyelids are swollen. Like what type of lashes were you using? Because I was messaging her and I was messaging Minky Blings because I was like, girl, what the like this girl just, my eyelids, like I was freaking out. My eyelids are almost freaking shut closed. So I'm crying, I'm panicking, I'm like stressed the hell out. And I go to the store, I buy every removal that you guys can think of for lashes. I do everything you can think of, even texting my lash girl and she's telling me the products that I need to get to even try to remove them. Couldn't get them off my face, couldn't. So at this point, I'm just sitting here like, these things have to come off my face. I even plucked one of them off. If I can find the video, I will upload the video somewhere in here so you guys can see like the comparison between Minky Blings and the girl that did my lashes. So come to find out, the girl was using some beauty supply store lashes as like lashes for me. The glue that she was using, she oversaturated the glue on the lash that she applied to my eye, and two, her isolation was not correct. Like she literally clumped up 3 lashes to one little lash. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that. So I went like, in the morning time, when I was looking in the mirror, I went ahead and I plucked one of those things off because I was like, okay, when I pluck off Minky's, I know I'm not supposed to pluck off my lashes. I'm sorry, girl, if you see my video. But whenever like I would pluck out, I have done that before for Minky just to see like, dang, this girl's work is really freaking good. I literally plucked one of my eyelashes out so I could see. One is supposed to be isolated on one eyelash. But when I took out the eyelashes that the girl had did, literally 3 of my lashes came out. So I already knew like, you didn't even isolate this correctly. 3 lashes should not be connected to this one fan. Like that's, no, you're gonna literally have my eyelashes ripping the out. Like one of them is going to be already dead and already lifted, and then you're gonna have the other 2 that are holding on. Like, come on now, bro. Point where I was just like, okay, I'm possibly going to go to the hospital. I even text her, like, this is all day long. I'm texting this lash girl like, hey, like, I'm probably gonna have to go to the hospital. Like, my eyelids are swollen. They're swollen. So instead of going to the hospital, luckily my mom is a nurse. She's a teacher now. But anyways, my mom is a nurse and she decided like, you know, instead of going to the hospital, having a hospital bill, like I was like, Mom, like, can you do something surgically or something like medical grade removal? Like there has to be something that you can do. And my mom tried everything that she could even think of to get my lashes taken off of my face. My mom even used some natural remedies and stuff like coconut oil, baby oil. Like we were using some stuff that like, I was like, girl, I don't care. Try whatever you need to get this stuff off of my face. So it just boiled down to my mom literally looking at me and saying, Anasha, we're going to have to cut and pluck off your eyelashes to get these off. So I was super pissed off at this point, but I was like, okay, I'm pissed, but my eyelids are swollen and I'm worried about my eyesight. So I'm gonna go ahead and just let my mom take off my lashes. So my mom, I literally had to sit with my head back and the kitchen table, and my mom was literally cutting off and plucking my lashes. I had the worst experience with that. Don't cheat on your lash, girl. Okay, when you find someone good, like, don't be thirsty like me and you can't get in. Just wait. Like, please, just wait, because you don't want to be like in my situation where your eyelids are swollen and you're now worried about your eyesight. So anyways, my mom went ahead and took out the lashes, and I didn't have lashes for a good 2 months. So instead of waiting that extra week that I should have waited for Minky Blings, I went ahead and went to somebody else. Didn't ask them for their credentials or anything like that, and I happened to then have swollen eyelids and then not have lashes for 2 months. So now with that story, now that you guys can understand the trauma that I've been through when it comes to lash girls, yes, I am very picky when I am finding someone, because I don't want to experience what I just experienced, okay? Fast forward 2 years later, I'm back home in Vegas, okay? I've been home for now a good year now. So this was like a year and a half ago. So anyways, I'm back here in Vegas and I'm looking for a lash girl. And one thing that I have been noticing being back here in Vegas is I'm looking and scrolling on Instagram and I'm seeing certified. I'm certified. I'm certified. What the is a certification? That's not legal. That's not legal. You being certified is not you being licensed. A license means you are a professional. Doctors have licensing. Nursing has license. The CNA has a license. Lawyers have license. Cosmetologists have licensing. What is a certification? Started to do more research into this, because the girl that I was gonna book with, like, I tried to tell her, like, hey, like, you're not legal, you're a fraud. I hate saying it like that, but you are fraudulent. You're conducting business illegally. Like, you're not even supposed to be doing this, honey. Like, I could call the police. I could even sue you if I really wanted to. Even the girl that messed up my eyelashes, I could literally sue her and have her house right now if I wanted to. That's why you have insurance as a professional. I'm about to come and lay on your table for you to come mess up my lashes. I'm just not. You didn't go to school for this. You're working with chemicals. You can really hurt people out here. This is just lashes we're talking about. I'm not gonna even jump into the nails until, like, I'll do another nail video when it comes to that. But when it came to the lashes, I was really upset because she still was like, oh no, I can still do your lashes. No, you can't do my lashes. And the fact that she was trying to literally get me to pay a deposit, because I was asking her like where she was located and stuff, and she's like, oh, I'll send your address after the deposit. When I hear, there's a certain way that I've noticed the girls that work at home or do things illegally will word their conversations with customers. They'll say you need a deposit, then they'll tell you where you're at, and then they'll tell you have to come wash and blow dry. Like, sorry, that's hair, but they'll stay certain stuff in an order. So I was just like, I've been talking to a lot of girls on Instagram that were certified, and you guys kind of have the same script. I'm not gonna come to you. And she's like, you can still come, like, it's fine. No, it's not. It's not okay. It's not fine. Like I just told you guys, my experience with going to someone that was certified. You're not licensed. You didn't go to school for this. And this is one of the biggest issues that I'm having with being back home in Vegas, is there's so many people. It's so oversaturated with girls that want to get into the beauty industry. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to get into the beauty industry, but there's steps. There's steps you have to take to be able to be in the position of myself and other people as well in this industry. I started humbly from the beginning and gradually continue to grow, climb the ladder. Sorry, I can't talk right now. But I decided I wanted to go to school. I'm not gonna work at my house. If I wanna do this, I'm gonna take this seriously. I understand life and stuff happens. People, like, going to beauty school is very hard. It's like being back in high school again. I understand that it can be hard, and I understand that it takes a lot of time, and I understand that there's money that has to be involved when it comes to your education. I understand all of that stuff. I really do. But when it comes to your client's safety as well as your safety, so you don't get sued, like, you guys really that are certified need to really, like, think about this in the back of your head, because there's people like me that exist. So I know if I exist and I'm so happy, If something happens, like I'm going to sue you, there's a ton of other people that will as well. And when you're licensed, you have insurance, you have your license protection as well behind you. You have people behind you backing you in your work. But when you're just working out of your house and stuff, you have no protection. You can get in trouble with the law. You can get in trouble with everybody. Literally, you're illegal. You're literally a fraudulent business. You're not real. I'm sorry to say that and bust some people's bubbles, but you're not a real business. It just is what it is. A lot of us that are in this beauty industry, like when it comes to hair, when it comes to lashes, when you look at your entertainers, for example, they write off their hair, their lashes, and their nails because it's for business purposes. Us that work in this profession as well, my hair getting done, it is a write-off because it is for work attire. There's steps to stuff. There's levels to things when it comes to business and money. So when it came to this girl that I was talking to, I was really upset in my live. I'll post the live probably at the end of this video so you guys can see. But it really just irritated me that she was still trying to get me to come into her house to get my lashes done. And I'm just like, I'm not about to come and play with my money, my time, and with you. Like, I'm not about to have you playing on my face just because you're certified. Certified here in Nevada does not exist. It's not a thing. You can't be certified in the state of Nevada. You can't be certified in the state of Illinois. You cannot be in the state of Georgia and be certified. I'm licensed in all three. I live next to California. You also need a license. I'm not licensed there, but I live right next to the place, and I've looked on their state board website. You can go on almost every state website, on their state board of cosmetology website, and you are able to look up your service provider if you wanted to. If you have their name, you can look up their information. Even when you have a doctor, a lawyer, a nurse, a CNA, licensed professionals, contractors, all of this stuff is state information. They have all of this on us. This is a protection for both the client as well as state board as well. So going back to the situation that I had in my little rant on my Instagram. So one of the things that I have come to the conclusion of after talking to a lot of people that are certified, a lot of them have taken classes and have believed that the licensed person that taught them then made them themselves a licensed professional. And that's something that I mentioned in my Instagram live that I personally have. I personally have some feelings for a lot. I'm kind of losing respect for a lot of people that are licensed in this industry and are taking advantage of people. So when you're going to someone that's offering a lash class on your Instagram and it says, oh, you want to become a lash tech? This course is going to be like 3 days, or let's just say 1 day, and it's like for $1,300, right? For you to teach somebody to learn how to do my trade, right? I can literally print out a certification and put Drippy Nails taught you, but state board is not going to recognize that. You actually have to go to school and get an education. You have to do that. But one thing that I'm noticing with a lot of licensed professionals, like in the back of our heads, we know we have to go to school. We know that we have to obtain these hours because we put in that time. We know what the rules are to the game. But the people that are looking from the outside in, they're like, oh, let me just take this class really quick and then I'll be able to do nails. Yeah, you'll be able to do nails to a certain degree. You're a fraud. It's illegal for you to be practicing on people. You're working with chemicals. You can really hurt somebody. Same thing when it comes to doing the lashes. You can really hurt somebody because you think you know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. There's a reason why you have to go to beauty school, because you are working with chemicals. You have to know what things to look into. When it comes to nails, contact dermatitis. Like if you ask a girl that's working in her house what a hyperonychium is, do you think that she's going to know what that is? She's probably gonna have to pull out her phone and look. I don't have to do that. Why? Because I went to school and I'm educated and I understand what that is, because I had to learn it, because that was a requirement for me to obtain my nail license. If it was that easy just to take a class with just somebody and be able to just do nails, everybody's doing it, but it's not going to last. You guys need to go to school. Us licensed professionals know that we're not supposed to just teach somebody and taking their money. Like, that's just the morals and ethics behind it. I am a very textbook person. Like I said in a previous video, I used to work in healthcare. My entire family are healthcare providers, physicians, nurses, working at Goldman Sachs for financial advising, all types of stuff, like high-ranking people. So when it comes to me and myself, I carry myself exactly the same way. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it the right and correct way. Talking to other nail techs, and I mean lash girls and nail techs too, offering these classes, I'm just like, you guys are just taking advantage of people. That is very wrong to do. And people sometimes don't even understand or know that they're being taken advantage of. And that's just wrong to do to people. And as a service provider that's licensed, I lose more respect for those that are actually licensed and doing stuff like this. Having those teen classes and stuff like that, with these girls can't do nails legally. You know that as well. But yet you still want to milk these people for their money. It's an evil world we live in, like word to future. It's
the evil world we live in. But hey, I'm gonna keep living.
And that's just wrong. You shouldn't be doing that to people. As a professional, you know that. You know that. But yet you still want to take advantage of people. I wonder if these professionals are even telling people like, hey, do you guys know that you still need to go to school? Are they telling you guys this after you're taking this class and spending thousands of dollars with them to just get a kit? Just to get a kit? And a couple hours of training? Are they telling you like, yeah, you took this class with me, but you still need to go to school and obtain 600 more hours or whatever your state requirements are? People aren't doing that, and that's wrong. And they're making a lot of people feel like, well, it's easy, I can become a boss within, let me take this class and I'm a boss. Like, no, there's levels to stuff. Not everybody can be a boss either. A lot comes to play when you want to be a boss. You can't be selfish. That's not real boss energy. You have to be selfless. You have to be firm. You have to be a righteous person. There's so many factors that come into play when you have to be a leader. You can't be selfish. You can't be money hungry. Of course, you do want to make revenue, but at the end of the day, that's not boss energy. For the people that are doing that to other people, you're a scam artist. No, like, this is just horrible, and I'm honestly tired of it in the industry. And like I said, it's became more prominent since COVID. But like I said, with my own personal life experience with my lashes, this is one of the reasons why I am asking girls if they are licensed. I'm not trying to re-experience what I just experienced, because when I've gone to other lash girls that were licensed, I did not have that experience at all. A lot of these bad experiences that clients are getting are from girls that are not licensed. Not licensed. It's not us professionals. Yeah, there are some professionals that aren't the greatest. We all aren't the greatest people. Like, even there's professionals that be scamming and all types of stuff, clearly, because they're giving out certification for classes to become not lash girls and nail techs. But that's, like I said. Anyways, but just because you have a license doesn't mean anything. There are certified girls that are really good and possibly better than some professionals, but they're still not licensed, so you don't get any credit for that. So there's another thing as well that comes into play when it comes to these pricing. My personal experience when it comes to lash girls, when it comes to nail techs, that's a whole nother YouTube video, because that is actually my line of work and my scope of practice. But lashes, nails, cosmetology umbrella, like, we fall under that. So I know other industries and line of work also are dealing with this, but this is my personal experience. If you want to be a lash girl, if you want to be a nail tech, go to school, please. Like, please, because you can really mess up people. You can really mess with people's health. You can actually kill somebody over lashes. You can kill somebody over nails. People have literally died because of nails, okay? And improper care and service. You can really hurt people out here. Like, the nails and everything are cute and everything. And like I said, I understand life is tough right now. You may want to look cute and everything, but just know what you're signing yourself up for. You get what you pay for in this industry. You get what you pay for in this world, technically. You only want to pay $75 to homegirl in her apartment because I told you it was going to cost $230. And now you're texting me a day later like, hey, can I come? Yeah, you can come, but you still know you're about to pay that $230. but it's going to last. You're getting what you pay for. But like I said, understand people are going through stuff. They want to save money. They want to do that. But it's like, okay, you want to do that? That's fine. As a customer, sign yourself up like how I signed myself up and I got hurt. As a provider, you're going to get in trouble eventually. Eventually, police are going to find out, or state board's going to find out. The IRS is going to get involved. You're going to get one of those clients one day that is going to, like, if you don't do a good service and they want their money back and all types of stuff, they will come after you. Like, this is what happens to us licensed professionals. Like, dealing with clients can be crazy, okay? I've dealt with some crazy people, but in the back of my head, I know I'm protected. I have my insurance and I'm doing things that I'm supposed to by state board's guidelines. I know how to properly sanitize. You can't learn all of this stuff within a one-day class for $1,300, baby. You just can't. And like I said, things need to change. Like, they really do. People need to have this education as well, and this is one of the reasons why I decided to make this video. I'm on here and kind of dissect that live, just to let the people here on my YouTube channel, or anybody that's clicking on YouTube and is interested in this topic, when you are looking for a service provider, it is best in your best interest as a customer, ask for a license. So you can protect yourself and know that you're going to someone that is actually legitimate, okay? That's all I'm saying. And for those that are working under the table or in their apartments and really do want to go ahead and become a lash girl or a nail tech or a cosmetologist or whatever avenue that you're under, just understand what you're getting yourself into. Understand there's legalities behind what you are doing. Understand that you are at risk. And if you really do want to take this industry seriously, I would advise you to go and get your education and get that thing soon. Because state board, at least I know here in the state of Nevada, are upping the requirements to doing lashes. For example, you have to be an advanced esthetician. So they're making a lot of the requirements a lot harder. I'm not sure what they're going to do with nails just yet, but state board is trying to come down. So if you do want to be in this industry and you want to be a boss, do boss stuff and do it correctly. That's what you really need to do. Anyways, guys, that's it for this YouTube video. I'll see you guys in another one. I'll do another video probably talking about nails, but this is just a little story time talking about my lash experience and why I'm not going to anybody that's certified. Like, I'm asking for that license, and I'm asking where you working at. Like, those are the two main things. If you can't give me them 2 green flags, you a red flag for me, because I do not have time to be walking around here looking like Caillou on my eyelashes. Like, no, I don't. I'm sorry. But anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in another YouTube video. Peace.